So the mind prefers to keep things the same over and over again. Now, maybe you're staying in the same job because you don't want to jump into the unknown. So the mind prefers to stay the same in that job, even though you're unhappy, not liking it, whatever it is, the mind keeps you there, as opposed to taking a risk and making that change. But in the meantime, you can be fired tomorrow and you're forced to make a change. So really, it's always worth the risk to try that change, to try a new way forward, especially if you're in a situation you do not like. But the mind does not like change. The mind is resistant to change. But our life in this body is short, so we can't stay the same. Life is always changing and it's fluid. But if we're in a situation that we do not like, whether it's in a job, your health situation, you keep seeing the same doctors, taking the same medicine, and things will not change. They'll stay the same. And maybe be in a slow decline like my MS was, slowly getting worse. But we have to make these changes to realize the mind is risk averse. It does not like change whatsoever. But the change doesn't have to be dramatic. Changes are small little steps, have a huge impact. Like I might practice to get my health back in order was simply 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day of just sitting there, of relaxing. But I initially thought that meditation means you stop thinking. So I'd be sitting there, mind would start thinking. I'd be like, stop thinking, mind thinking, stop thinking, mind thinking, stop thinking. Until I realized, wait a second, that's a thought chasing a thought. If I'm not, so I can see my thoughts, so I'm not my thoughts. Before I was one with my thoughts, I took them as my truth. But we just have to take these small little changes. Maybe it's watching these videos, maybe it's doing a simple daily mental shower for yourself, learning to be present, learning to create some distance between the real you and your thoughts. Those people I talk to with a chronic illness are where I was, completely identified with my thoughts. I am multiple sclerosis, I am bipolar, I am this, I am that. And it was this misery. When you're one with your thoughts, it's absolute misery. There's a lot of suffering. And when you can let go of the thoughts as you, then you can find that new way forward. You can make those changes from a deeper place within you. And all change, all transformation comes from within. Anything external is going to be fleeting. It's not going to last because you didn't address the root issue. You didn't discover who you really are. So take that leap of faith in yourself. This is our one life, our one opportunity, our one chance. And we have to take that leap of faith, even if it's sitting for 5 minutes a day or 1 minute a day, whatever that is for you, or watching videos. Not just watching videos, taking action from those videos. Because you can listen to me all day. And there'll be some changes. You'll start to realize that there's something going on here. But eventually you're going to have to take action. Eventually you're going to have to learn to relax, to sit here, to listen to the meditations. And not just listen to them, but actively participate by relaxing and relaxing into the deeper essence. If you listen to my meditations while you're driving, walking around, you're not really taking that time to learn who you really are outside of thoughts, which requires you to sit quietly, eyes closed, and really connect to that deeper essence. And we can't really do that if we're moving around chasing things. So we need to take action for these changes to take effect. And taking action is scary. Taking that leap of faith, taking that one step is a difference. And the mind doesn't like that. The mind loves to conserve energy. By keeping things the same, the mind conserves energy. So the mind does not care if you're in pain, you're suffering, you're in misery, it's comfortable. So what's the greater risk? Keep things the same, or taking that leap of faith in yourself? Because nothing in life is guaranteed. We have to take this leap of faith in ourselves. Like, we can't get a job and expect to be there our whole life and collect a pension and all this stuff. Now, that job will probably end at some point. Maybe like, okay, now what do I do? And then you start to panic, you stress, and that creates a lot of chaos. And you want to start learning who you really are before the chaos comes. Because once you're in the midst of a storm, it's harder to find that peace, that stillness within. It can be done, but it's a little more challenging. So you learn to sit quietly now, even if you're going through something right now, some kind of illness, some kind of condition, some kind of pain. Find that practice that works for you. 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes. I was able to manage 5 minutes a day when I first began. I usually find 5 minutes is comfortable for most people. But for some that are really anxious, really having some issues, then we have a mindfulness practice that works. Of just focusing on objects in the environment and fully being here with that object, as opposed to playing the what if game in the mind. What about this? What about this? What about that? Now we just need to relax. Just relax. Be quiet. Sit still. Realize the mind is risk averse, but your spirit craves change. The spirit wants to make your dreams a reality. The spirit wants you to live life on your terms, not by the mind's rules and restrictions and society rules and other people's rules. Spirit wants you to follow spirit because you are spirit. All right, I think that's enough rambling today. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.